Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream. I thought I'd come on here, man. We just got back about 7:30, I guess. No, about 7 o'clock on our final leg, man, of that trip to Panglao. Boy, it's good to be home. What's up, Jacob Jay and Beach of Life? Thank y'all so much for stopping by and doing what y'all do. Get them wrenches ready. All my fourth quarter members, that's Jeffrey Tanner, man. I got that package today, brother. Thank you. Jeffrey Tanner, man, he knows the mission when he comes to the Philippines. Because this stuff's expensive. First of all, you can't buy a big bottle like this. This is cheap in America. When I left, you could get two of these and then the little one in the middle for $14.99 at Walmart. Here, the small one is 1,000 pesos. All my fourth quarter members, man. What's up, Dow Virginia? Thank you. And everybody who contributed to the Christmas to Remember giveaway drawing. 7 people have claimed their prize. We've got 3 more. I've given them to Tuesday night at 8 p.m. New Year's Eve to claim their prize. If not, I'm going to spin the wheel again. We're going to give that money away. What's up, Kaz? Thank y'all, man. What's up, Marlon? Everybody, any new viewers and subscribers watching, welcome to the live stream. And anybody catching this on replay, the peso is 57.89. I'm not going to complain. It went down. I mean, it hit 59. But that's still a hell of a rate. But I'm going to tell you something. I got my head busted today. Because today, December 30th, I didn't know it's Rizal Day. I guess, the national hero. It's his day today, so the banks are closed. So I had to send Maryland some money. We had to pay the Wi-Fi and stuff and go to the grocery store. Man, Zoom, man, is busting heads. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. They've changed their rates. Anybody's using Zoom, man, you better not use them. You better know what you're doing, because, man, what's up, Sam McCall? I mean, they hit me good because, I only got one credit card that I use. And I had to use that credit card. Man, they charged me $16.99. That's crazy, man. I didn't have no choice, though. What's up, Blizzard Abroad? Yeah, I'm going to have to do a video on that, man. I don't know who you use it, but it's crazy. But Jimmy Carter died, man. And, it's I feel some kind of way about that. Because in my lifetime, I'm not going to lie, he's probably the only real president that I consider a real president. They all full of shit. But I remember when he was elected. And, he stayed on the scene, man. He's the longest living president. 100 years old, man. You talking about living. What's up, Cisco? He did a lot of good. I believe he's the one that started that Habitat for Humanity. Am I right? Or was he just volunteering for that? Or did he actually start that? But our condolences to his family. What's up, Brock's Big Adventures? Welcome back, man. It's been a while. Unless you've been in the showers. But man, these plane crashes. Yesterday, we're coming back from Cebu. We got the taxi, man, because remember I tell y'all, logistics and travel in the Philippines, man, you better plan accordingly. I knew yesterday was Sunday. Everybody was going to be going back home, going back to work, whatever it was, man. You couldn't get anywhere near that bus terminal. And then when we arrived in Toledo, that's why we had to stay all night. You couldn't get anywhere near the ferry. I mean, it was fully booked. People had to sleep outside, man, and in the terminal. But we rented a taxi, and we, we heard about the South Korean airline that crashed on landing. Well, of course, the other plane had been shot down by the Russians. And I told Merlin, I said, it happens in threes. And I'll be damned if I get up this morning and it was an Air Canada crash. Luckily, nobody was hurt. It crashed on landing. The landing gear, it caught fire, and people had to be evacuated, man. That one in South Korea, see, that's scary, man. You've already made it down. You're on the damn ground. People probably unbutton their seatbelt. And they got a damn brick wall at the end of the damn runway. That's the first time I saw something like that. And I believe they pulled 2 people out of there alive miraculously. I hope they survived. Because at first they were reporting 28 people dead. Then I looked and it was 151. I believe, man, it's going to be a miracle if they find anybody else, man. My condolences to that. He says, I'm hearing rumors about condo prices starting to crash. I watched a real good video about that today. And it's just the supply, okay, it's, the demand is not meeting, the supply is not meeting the demand. There's an oversupply. So eventually, there's going to be a domino effect. And, is it going to crash? Is it going to correct? The guy says, who knows? But something's coming, man. He was in BGC. I mean, it was a real good one. He spoke in layman's terms and he broke it down. He said when he came there just 2 years ago, there was only a few towers. He said now he pointed to like 9 towers going up. And he asked the question, who's buying these condominiums? With the GDP being so low here, and and if the average Filipinos aren't earning enough, and he says just not enough foreigners over here. He said, look, I'm in BGC. You don't see any foreigners. But it's a good video. And eventually something's gonna have to give. But I've been asking that question for about 4 years now. Who's buying these condominiums? At first, it was the Chinese because of the POGO, the Philippine Offshore Gambling, I guess, organization or whatever it was. But now that they're making that illegal and they're cracking down, they're leaving. Because at one time, they had over 1 million square meters of land. I mean, a rental space in Manila alone. Big money, man. He said, Cal said they busting heads. Yeah, they are busting heads, man. I couldn't believe it. I said $16.99 usually costs me $5.99 to use a credit card. Plus what they hit you with on the back end with the exchange rate. But I mean, really, they were twisting my arm today. I had no other way. Because when you go to Panglao, man, you better carry your wallet. And remember, I had 3 kids with me, so ice cream, mango shakes the whole time, Booby wants the shovel and bucket, which here would cost you 50 pesos. There's 450. What's up? I love the Chinese said he made it to 100. Yeah, because he lived a good life, man. He helped people, man. And Jimmy Carter wasn't no joke. I was just watching a documentary on Democracy Now! With him. It was an old one. And she asked him, about what's going on in Israel. And, she said something to the effect of, could the people handle what you've seen over there? And he said, no. He said, because it's 10 times worse than what's on the news. And then he said, the senators and Congress has no backbone, to even stand up to Israel and say, hey, at least, just go back to your legal borders. He said they're not going to make a peep because they know that if they do, they won't get reelected, man. And that's the kind of stuff that really pisses me off about our government over there. We're bought, man. We're bought and sold over there. I mean, really, man, we are. Hey, Kevin, thank you, man, for that super chat. He said, this is for Booby from a virtual uncle from, what's that? Is that Washington? He said, I hope you have a great 2025 personally, professionally. Hey, thank you, man. I mean that. Yeah, Booby, man, she'll spend that. W Secret to Success. The minute he sent us something, man, she went out, we took her out, she bought it. What's up, Kevin? They say being president takes years off your life, so he ironically lived longer by not being reelected. Yeah, he got whooped. Reagan beat him. And then Reagan just stomped. What was the guy he stomped out of the time? It was the biggest presidential whooping in history. I don't even think the guy won one state. What was his name? Mondale. I don't think he won one state. Did he out of the time? I'm gonna have to go back and look. I mean, they put Reagan put a whooping on him, man. Yeah. Jimmy Carter was a real deal, man. I remember when he was elected. He said, man, it's pretty cold in Vegas. My friend was just telling me about it. Yeah, that's one thing I love about the Philippines, man. It's the weather. I mean, all things being equal, I'm not talking about, the earthquakes and all that stuff. But it's just like right now, man. The sun is shining. When I was doing that live stream the other day, see, I didn't know that on my phone it was showing really clear. My audio was good, but if I'd have stayed up top on the street, it would have been clear. But Mo, he's here now. He's retired. He reminded me that it was Christmas. I forgot. It's hard to get in the Christmas mood. He said, same in America. Who's buying houses? Yeah, but eventually, man, this condo market had to bust, man, because the developers, and this is what he was saying, man, it makes sense. Because I was like, where are they getting these prices from? I always said that. I'm like, why are they so expensive? And he told me why. He said they're just putting any price on these condominiums. Evidently, they know something we know because the developers, they own the banks. And when he said that, I looked it up, man. Ayala owns BPI. I didn't know that. SM, the people on SM, own BDO. Well, he said eventually the market's going to correct itself. I crashed. Those prices, if you bought a condominium like 8 or 9 years ago, well, no, he said 5 years ago for 8 million, they're wanting, imagine this in the Philippines, guys. It's going to make your jaw drop. They're wanting 22 to 24 million for these 1 and 2 bedroom condominiums, man, in BGC. No way. No way. I don't know where they're getting those prices. They're making that up. I mean, really. He said, did you see what the New York correction officers did to that black brother in prison, how they was beating on him and killed him? Yeah, man. Now that they got the cameras, that's showing more and more. But see, people always talk about, the race card. You always playing the race card. Damn it, because it's real over there. Okay, no matter what y'all say, we're not going to get on this race stuff, but I seen it, man. I couldn't watch it. Those are cowards, though. This guy weighed what? 140 pounds soaking wet with his damn handcuffs behind his back, and they beat him senseless. They killed him. I mean, what the hell could he have possibly done for them to want to kill him? And now they're going to look for sympathy. But they're always talking about the race card, man. Because it's real over there. It's not went anywhere. Look at this MVP race in the NFL. If you don't think that colorism is strong as hell over there. Lamar Jackson's way outperforming anybody. But they're just going to give the award to Josh Allen. They're just going to give it to him. Okay, imagine if you're Josh Allen and you want to accept an award that you know you didn't earn. This man's beating you in every category, playing in a harder division, tougher schedule. Okay, everything. But they're going to say, they're going to create a narrative, man. That's why I left, man. I'm sorry, I left. Okay, because I'm the type of guy, I'm not going to hold my tongue. So I left. Hey, B. Lewis, you said hello from Virginia. Man, that was my last duty station, Norfolk. Is it Norfolk or Norfolk? First time on your live chat. I checked out your YouTube videos often. I enjoy watching and listening to your advice. Man, I appreciate it, B. Lewis, and I'm glad you brought that up because, look, guys, y'all know this. This is all entertainment really for people. Y'all not listening for real. Not when you get over here. It's a whole different story. Remember, they take off the shackles, right? Okay, because I told you the situation with the young lady, the Jonah situation. I don't know them. Both of them are strangers. They watch my channel. She was on my live stream, and I thought it was a troll because she said, yeah, my boyfriend of 4 years, my black boyfriend. She made it clear he was black. You know, I guess because I'm black, of 4 years, ran off with another woman, right? And she said, and after listening to me, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry, but these men don't listen to me for real. Whatever was in them is in them long before they saw me. You know, I do tell you guys, though, I suggest to you, hey, come over here, man, and meet 2 or 3 women to give yourself, more of a chance of really connecting with somebody. Because you're going to get the roving eyes over here. Okay? You're going to get the roving eye. And that's why they want their commitment online. Because when you get over here, you're going to see something better. Okay? And it's going to be available to you. It's no longer fantasy. And it's not many of us in a situation where we can turn that down. Only thing we turning down is our collar over here. And that's what happened to him. But guys don't listen to us, man, really. Only when you're not here, it's like a form of entertainment. But once you get over here, man, I promise you, man, when you land at that airport and that woman's waiting for you, you're not going to remember anything I say. I guarantee you that. Yeah, you're right about this. He said everything isn't about race, but enough of it is, so we have to call it. Yeah, we have to call it out. I'm going to just leave it at that because I don't want to get on the race thing. It's enough division, but to anybody who thinks that it's a post-racial society over there, you're full of shit. Barack Obama was full of shit. He done nothing now that it's over with. Okay, everybody knows that he was a scam. Okay, he scammed everybody. What's up, Johnny? He said they're getting ready to take away Social Security over here. Well, I thought they were making, I just read an article where it's going to help a lot of people, like police officers and different things like that, where they can take their Social Security early or whatever it is. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Come on, somebody help me with that. Yeah, he said, do whatever you want to me, plus the cream silk equals the game over. I promise you, man. I had never heard that before. See, I could make a video about that, but they would deport me. I can't talk, even though that's true. And if I don't talk about it, doesn't mean it's not happening. If I really give you the nitty gritty on that, they would get mad at me. Okay? But it's the first and only time any woman has ever said that to me. She said, you can do whatever you want to me. I've never heard before or since. And I did. Was I wrong for doing that? I mean, we're both grown now. We're both grown. We're both consenting adults. And she said it, so I did. He said, yeah, that rescue attempt killed his political future. No, he was just a scam. You talking about Carter? Yeah, but at least he had the right, thinking. He tried to go in there and get them hostages, man. See, y'all don't remember, probably. Well, it depends on how old you are. See, I remember that like it was yesterday. I was in high school. I think I was a junior, a sophomore, junior in high school when that was going on. But we always try to look like we're the victims, man. Y'all don't understand that we put that fake ass Shah of Iran in office over there. We put him in power. The people elected somebody else. They democratically elected somebody else, and the United States, with the CIA and everything, led a coup, got rid of him, and installed the Shah of Iran. What's up, Coach J Trill? Thanks for that super chat. He said, I can remember Carter coming to sleepy little boy town, Kentucky. He caught hell with that hostage situation in the late 70s. He did, man. But he was trying. He had that clandestine plan, but it failed. And that cost him re-election. At least he was trying. But yeah, man, your son, Coach J Trill, this is the guy who introduced really everybody to the true girls. He's the one that brought Jim, over to my house. And he said, hey, man, can you help them out? Uh, they only had like 21 subscribers. But I think they just didn't really, I think they already were. Either somebody's already given them a lot of money and something, but they couldn't take the ball and run with it. They were, okay, P was there for the longest, only P, really. You had some Jennifer Terry, but she was talking about something, she had her own niche. But then it was the true girls. They was there before any of these other ones that's on the scene now. But they couldn't take the ball and run with it. But Jay is the one. And now his son's got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna help him. But he's an MMA fighter. And you sent me that tape. He knocked the guy out. They stopped the fight. What's up, darling May? But yeah, when you talk about the real nitty gritty over here, they get mad at you. The Filipinos can do it. Okay, so that's why I left it to them. I don't want any trouble over here. Okay, I can do it in a roundabout way, but yeah, when somebody tells you you can do whatever you want to me, okay, you opening up a whole lot of doors right there, lady. Do you really know what you're saying? Okay, because we're gonna do it. What time's the travel says? What time is it? What's up, Cal? Sunshine Show's crew. Happy New Year. Love the Bohol. Great footage, man. Thank you. I mean, Panglao's all that. And it's more than Alona Beach. I want to tell y'all now. More than that. They've got this place called Oceanica. Now, all of this is new to me because I haven't been there in almost 2 years. Over 2 years. I took them before. That new Hennon wasn't finished. But they got Oceanica. That's right on the beach. They've got Moato Strip. That's like restaurants and stuff right there on the strip. They've got a lot of stuff to do there. But it's really nice there. I like it. He said the Social Security Fairness Act, which would repeal both the WEP and GPO. And what is the WEP and GPO? He said Travis Hunt is the simp of the year. He's young, man. And I know if you look at Travis Hunter, you can tell that he probably wasn't getting a whole lot of play, until he became a star. And this woman saw it, see, that's the thing. Somebody was talking about that on YouTube. It might have been uh it was Dr. Umar Johnson that was talking about how women, he said black women want a finished product. They want you already finished. You already successful. You already got the big job and the big money and all that. That's what they want. But some women, he said, Latinos and white women, he said they'll look at a man for his potential and they'll grab him way back when the sisters aren't looking at it. And that's what she did to him. And she done whipped him, man. He's whipped. You know, he's going to have to learn on his own because he's whipped. There's no way I'm going to take a woman out to party and I'm going to sit in the damn car and wait on her. That's puppy love stuff. But you can just tell he's just a young guy, man. He'll live through it. You know, he'll live through it because, he's a rich simp. That's for sure. He's rich already. And, when you got that kind of money, I don't understand why guys settle for those type of women that's already had all these men. He could have anybody he wants right now. Just about. I mean, he could certainly have somebody better than her. She's not even a 10. She's not even, would she be in America? What, 6 or something, or 7? People ran all up in her. But, she's probably changing his oil real good. And he's really, he's sprung, man, on that girl. But you just got to learn. What's up, Kamal? Yeah, let me clear that up, guys. When I said I'm just glad I got the invitation to the Today Show, I'm talking about today, as in now. Not the actual Today Show on NBC. They would counsel me in the first 5 minutes. The minute I said cream pie or Filipino tune-up or something like that, those people don't want me on their channel. They can't handle the nitty-gritty. I'm talking about the Today Show, guys. Being alive is enough for me now, man. All that other stuff, man, it's an illusion, man. Time, money, lies, division, death. Being alive is enough, man. I promise you. He said, I wonder how many guys have also heard that as well, Cal. I never heard anybody come forward and say it. You can do whatever you want to me. Now, they're cooperative, which, they don't have to say it. Okay, and everybody before and after, they've been cooperative, but she actually said it. And it just shocked me. And I didn't feel embarrassed about it or guilty about it. He said, so when we get over there, we're not going to want the Yummy 6. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about in America. Oh, the Yummy 6 over here, man. Guys, I'm going to have to do a video on the Yummy 6 because guys don't know what it is. Most of the women you meet over here are going to be Yummy 6s, man. You're not going to pass it up. You're not going to pass that up. He said, yeah, there's a push to get rid of Social Security and Medicare to pay for tax cuts for the rich. It'll never happen. They're not, we've got the Supreme Court, we've got the executive branch and the Congress. The Congress is basically bought by corporations, but that's not going to happen, man. It would be a revolution. I'm not even worrying about that. Not in my lifetime. What's up, boo-hoo? He said a Canadian ambassador saved American hostages. I just know that eventually they will release. But remember America, when you got that big propaganda machine over there, that mainstream media, I just wish I'd caught on to them earlier. It took me a long time to realize They're in cahoots with everything. It's a shame, man. You can't get the truth over there. They got all these talking points, but they make us look out like we're the victims, like we're the good guys, man. That American government is the devil over there, man. Okay, take it or leave it. I'm sorry, it's what it is. Now, here was the UN just the other day. They're in Yemen, okay, and I'll be damned if Israelis didn't bomb the airport over there and damn near kill some the UN, the head of the UN. He's like, y'all should have gave us a forewarning. And they're over there now. We bombed the airport because it's being used by the Houthis in Iran. It's always something like that. I mean, human beings, man, we're going to destroy ourselves. I mean, I'm anti-war. I'm sorry, okay? It's not going to help. It's not going to help. Life is precious, man. We don't know what's behind that veil when you die. All there is life, guys. That's all it is. That's all we can focus on. And they're just killing indiscriminately, man, all over the world. It's bad enough we're going to die anyway. Larry Lindsay says, I'm trying to come to the Philippines to start a business. So I'm going to buy a lot of land to help the Philippines and to make money for my son so he can have it when he gets older. Well, I told you what business to open. You really want a profitable business. You start learning, you get certified to dive. You become a dive instructor. And then you open up a diving school. Or, a diving center, excuse me. In Panglao, Sikihor, one of those places, Boracay. And people are making tons of money. Most said every tank that you saw was 4,000 pesos. And that's all used. And they do that 3 times a day with that one tank. They go out 3 times. He said, yeah, Reagan won by a landslide. Yeah, you can't call that a damn landslide. It's worse than a landslide, Frank. That was the worst beat. And they thought Trump was going to beat Kamala Harris like that. He beat her pretty good, but not like that. I had a feeling he was going to beat her real bad, but not like what Reagan beat Mondale. Yeah, he said, then we funded Iraq to fight against Iran. I wonder whatever happened to Iraq. Well, Saddam Hussein said, look, we're going into Kuwait, which is really part of Iraq. Look at it on the map. The British Empire divided that up. He said the U.S. government is really bad about planning the kind of leaders they want to run other countries. We need to mind our own business. Yeah, it's, there's a reason why we control about 25 to 40% of the natural resources around the world. Okay, imagine that. Let that sink in. I'm not making this up. Okay, and we're only 4% of the population. That's why the borders are so packed with people. But the people trying to get over here, trying to cross the border, are not the problem. It's these rich people that's the problem. I'm talking about the ultra rich, man. The ones who own everything. They're your problem. Not these immigrants they're just trying to eat. They're just trying to work. They're not the ones taking everything from you. But we're just listening to the mainstream media. We don't even try to figure it out on our own. They're not your problem. Yeah, they installed the show. But we don't get the whole story. We don't get the whole story. We're so distracted, man, by sports. politics, religion, and any other bullshit to keep us distracted about what's really going on, man. And then they lied to you, you know. It's okay what Israel's doing over in the Gaza Strip and in Palestine, but they're going to tell you that what Russia is doing, which is the exact same thing, basically. The Russia's the bad guys, and they'll beat you in the head with that. He said, "My wife would never say that." Yeah, but I'm pretty sure her actions said it. But yeah, these women. What's up, John? He said from sunny Southern California. I got a buddy, Philip Cooper here. He lives up in Luzon. He's a big USC fan. And he said it was his birthday, and I gave him, a birthday shout out. And he said, Cal, my team won today. They beat Texas A&M. And I was like, college football is a lot more interesting when USC has a good team. Same as the NFL when the Dallas Cowboys are competitive. But hell, they're not competitive. Yeah, I'm thinking that didn't he have a hand in starting that? Now, this is the type of, but me and Mo was talking about this now. No matter how good is being done, and how many people are doing good in the world, it doesn't seem like it's enough because of that handful of powerful people and all the bad they're doing. It covers up all the good. It wipes it out. Just a little bit of people and the trouble they make in the world, it wipes out all the good everybody else does. It's like we're not doing enough because the damage these little handful of people is doing around the world, man. They putting a whooping on the world, man, but we won't stand up to them. He said, yeah, actions can speak louder than words. But I'm pretty sure he had something to do with that. And that's a great organization. My sister had a house built. One of my best friends had a house built by Habitat for Humanity. He said, it's Cisco facts. Money moves 9 and 10s your way, even though he looked like the predator. Yeah. Well, see, you're right. And that woman showed him some attention, man, probably blowing him real good, because she worked in a strip club and all that. She's got a sexy body. And he's young, man. He's really young. Was he 20 or something? 21 or something like that? You know, you got to get your heart broken and stepped on a few times before you learn over there, man. I mean, honestly. He said the BRICS are creating a new system, man. Look, I don't care what they create. It's not going to man. The United States government will destroy the planet before they'll let that dollar go down, man. Y'all underestimating the United States government, man. Y'all better put some respect on them, man. They're the devil. They'll go to any length, okay? And they've already proven it. They'll kill their own damn people to start a war and everything like that to get what they want, to keep that bullshit going. They're not gonna let that brick, man. That brick ain't gonna do nothing, man. People keep talking about the brick. I've been on YouTube 4 years. They've been talking about brick, and it still hasn't made a dent in the system. It's just talk. That's all. That's all it is talk. They're not gonna do anything, man. That's why Gaddafi's dead. Saddam Hussein is dead. When the people are talking about, look, we need to come together and create something that's gonna stifle this dollar. Gaddafi was trying to make the United States of Africa. This is facts. They got rid of that man. Man, look, he was on to something. You ask the people. But remember, we're listening to the mainstream media. They made a monster out of the man. Look, Mo used to teach over there for years. Mo, he's here now, one of my friends. He taught over in Libya long ago. And he was talking about all the improvements Gaddafi was making with the irrigation systems and all that going on. Same with uh, Saddam Hussein. You know, they really needed Saddam Hussein. Now that they got rid of Saddam Hussein, Iraq is gone to hell in a handbasket. Just go look at Iraq before the Iraq and Iran war. Now, I'm talking about, you know, when Saddam first kind of got in power. Look at it over there and what it was, man. It's really nice. He said there's 70 million people on Social Security. Do you know what that would do to this country if that was taken away? Think about that. It's never going to get taken away unless they replace it with something. And you're talking about the baby boomers, man. It's coming. We're coming. We're starting to get our Social Security now. And we're living longer. Did you know that the age group that's increasing the most is 85 plus? Yeah, Iraq's a total mess. Yeah, he said, they're not listening, Cal. He said, I thought about it over the weekend. The U.S. would push the red button and nuke us into oblivion before losing rank. Man, they know that for real, Kamal. They're in denial. They're trying to, don't put anything past the United States government, man. They're evil, man. They've already proven it. The hidden hand behind the government. I'm talking about the people who are running the government, not the elected officials. They're just doing the bidding, man. People are evil. Yeah, all in all, it's just another brick in the wall. That's all it is, guys. Don't, okay, I'm sorry. Okay. It's not going anywhere. Dollar's not going anywhere. Okay. I'm sorry. He said there's more U.S. debt outside of the U.S. than inside. The dollar's not going anywhere. I don't know everything, but I know that. It's not in my lifetime. They'll prop that dollar up, man. What's up? 8,000 miles away. So Calvin Paul keeps talking about an expat developer. Expat developer that's doing a number on a lot of expats around Duma. Sounds like a really bad guy that needs to be exposed out loud. Yeah, they're exposing him. But you know, I talked about that already. Look, if you're in the Philippines, you let the Filipinos do your work. All these guys is trying to be, oh, he's a foreigner. He's a South African or whatever. I'm gonna let him do it. Yeah, okay. Following the followers. Look, do your own thing. Do your own research, man. I feel bad for those people. A lot of them lost their uh, life savings. And there's a lot of discussion right now. I listen to you. You told me, you know, I went by your word. Okay. You referred him to me. I know that's going on. But it's too late. They told me I got lucky. Well, it's better to be lucky than to be scammed. Okay. I'm going to let you know that right now. But I wasn't lucky. The man who built my house is a bona fide, legitimate businessman in San Carlos City. Okay. You got to vet. I've already suggested this to you guys. Look, if you're renting, vet your landlord. And if you're going to have an engineer, vet him. Anybody you're going to do business with over vet them, make sure they got enough money than you have. That helps. And that they have a pristine reputation. A good reputation over here is not enough, man. It's got to be a great reputation. Let the Filipinos tell you he's great, not some foreigner. Don't let me tell you that rock engineer is great. Ask some Filipinos, because that's how we got it. Some Filipinos told us about rock engineering. My wife, first of all. Blizzard Brown said, yeah, they're figuring out how to best support the terrorists now in control of Syria. Thank you. Say that again. Knowing we had something to do with that. It's never going to end. Yeah, he said, Jimmy Carter, rest in peace, listening to the man from Plains by Dan Byrne, a great song about Carter. Carter, he was legitimate to me, man. He tried to, you know, have a peace agreement over there, but it's going to take Israel to relinquish a whole lot of what they've accomplished in order to do that. Human beings are stupid, man. We're stupid. We're greedy. You know, you got to read about the history of that to even uh, know how just diabolical that's become over there. People have been on that land for thousands of years. Then all of a sudden they show up and say, yeah, this land was promised to us by God, by the way. Okay, and then, they welcomed them basically in. And now it's like, it's a genocide, man. I don't care what people say. He said, facts, Cal, America's been doing that internally. Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, best channel on YouTube to me. Brother preaching knowledge, facts, and some comedy. Hey, thanks, man. We just having a conversation. I can have a conversation with y'all. I couldn't really do a video like this because people would take anything I say, they'll take and run with it. Some guy says, oh, you taking that woman's side. He said, why are you bringing up immigration and barangay? I said, stupid, that's the protocol over here. If you break up with a woman over here and she's going stupid, she's going to the immigration and barangay. She's going to try to get you blacklisted. I didn't make that up. I said the man was lucky that the woman that he's with hasn't done that. I don't know him. I don't even know her. I know neither one of them. They want to come on here and tell their story. I let them because it's all entertainment to us. Okay? Y'all not really listening and you really don't care. I don't want to see that man why would I want to see him get in trouble? How am I going to profit from that? I try to use it as a teaching moment. Go back and watch the video again. I'm telling you guys what to do and what not to do. Leave that old bullshit ass manosphere Western attitude over there, man. Don't work over here. You're going to get in trouble. I mean, if you're going to be a man about it, let the women know up front, look, I'm seeing somebody else. Okay? Because I know you were chatting with more than just me. And don't get it twisted. Your value as a man over here is based on your money. That's the reason why she was with him in the first place. Okay? Let's get real now. This is the worst place in the world to be broke. Because when you don't have any money over here as a foreigner, you're a nobody. And who wants to be a nobody over here? I certainly don't. But that's just the facts. It's not your good looks and intelligence. So, she knew what she was walking into when she dealt with him. Okay, it wasn't the first foreigner. According to her, what she told me was he wasn't the first foreigner that she flew with. There's no such thing as a perfect person. He said DePaul finished his house yet. No, he was part of the scam. He got scammed. Man. I feel sorry for him. I mean, when I first saw it, I laughed out loud. I couldn't believe it. But then, my humanity kicked in, man. I feel bad for them. I mean, because after all that time, there's nothing done at all. There was a couple of guys milling around the last video he did. He finally just said, hey, y'all take on off because the man wasn't paying them. Yeah, you get it from the Philippines. He said, I remember everyone was criticizing Cal's house because of the cracks. Now, look, but see, they don't understand. These was hairline cracks. When you fix a crack, you got to chisel down in there. I was just showing y'all, I wanted to show y'all the work. The house wasn't falling apart, man. This house is solid as a rock because that's what it's built out of. It's just it's a 2-bedroom rock. I might as well be Fred Flintstone. That's what this house is. It's 95% cement and hollow block. There ain't nothing going on with this house, man. And just think though, Blizzard, bro. This is what I try to show you guys. If you look at the dollar amount right now, somebody do the math for me right now. 1 million pesos at 57.89 pesos per the dollar. Per dollar. How much would this house cost right now? It's unbelievable. But they don't look at that. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. Some guy got in my comments and talking all crazy, said, y'all don't tell everybody everything. You can't own land and this and that. I said, so what? Who doesn't know that? We don't know everything. But I'm not going to practice Philippine law without a license. But who doesn't know that we can't own land under normal circumstances? What does that have to do with what I was talking about if you decide to build, how not to be scammed? I'm showing you, you can build a house over here. You don't have to break the bank. There's a guy who just built a house. I want to say lady. And the same thing, they're all in his comments. His was 1.7 million. You should see this house that's being built. A beautiful house, man. For about what? What would that be? Something like $29,000 or something, man. But all they want to do is argue. Hey, Tito, Randy, thanks for that super sticker, man. I appreciate your support. I'm showing you that you can come over and do it. We're going to do it. We're getting ready to do it again. But we're going to build some small houses for people who wants to buy, and we'll lease you the land. Well, it's better. Okay, here, thank you. It's 17,278. Okay. He doesn't even understand. I got skins in the game. He said, well, a woman could get mad at you. And yeah, she could, technically. And guess what? It wouldn't bother me. I got a daughter here who she's a U.S. citizen, but she's going to grow up in the Philippines. I want her to have a place to live. Here's a guy, he lived in San Francisco, talking crazy about what's going on in the Philippines. Like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know how important having a roof over your head, a real roof over your head over here is. Because you're just talking. You're just wasting your time and your breath. You don't know the struggle over here, man. I put them on a road that's going somewhere. If I don't do nothing else, just building this house is enough. So when they get out of school, they come home, they can get something to eat, they can relax, they can sleep good at night. And if she wants to sell the house when I'm gone, she's rich beyond anything that she could possibly have ever done on her own. But see, I believe in universal law. Okay? That's why my life is so good. He said, we don't own land in America. Thank you. Thank you. You never really. And when you die, okay, you can't take it with you. When you're gone, when you're no longer living. I don't even like to use that word death because death is man-made. We made that up. Anytime man can't, doesn't know anything with certainty, he has to guess and make up stuff. It's usually crazy. But all there is life. And I don't know how many more people have to be unalive for us to learn that all there is life. We take it for granted. This man, Mark Thornton, was just living, man. What, the day before he died, or a couple of days before he died, he's swimming in the damn ocean outside his house like he did all the time. He's living like he normally lives, like he's going to wake up tomorrow. But he didn't. But people they don't believe it. They don't believe. Sigmund Freud said it a long time ago. People don't believe that they're going to be unalived. You think you're going to live forever. You don't even contemplate your own death or your own, where you're no longer living. It's going to take me a while to get that death out of my vocabulary. But death isn't real. You're just not going to be alive anymore. All we're certain about is life. That's all you know for certain. All that other shit is made up. It's a man-made illusion. Even time, man. Look up time. Every scientist or philosopher will tell you there's nothing fixed. Okay, it's not real. It's something that man created. It causes a lot of trouble, man. It causes a lot of problems. Money. Something else man-made that life could do without. We could do without money, guys, okay? We don't need that money. But it's something else man-made. Then, of course, the division. They love to divide us. Everything, religion, politics, sports, okay? Money, class, race, nationality. Anything to keep your ass divided. And then, of course, that damn death. All there is life, man. So you might as well just focus on that. Focus on living, man. Don't give a damn they want to talk about, oh, Thailand's better. Maybe for you it is better. But what difference does it make? Just enjoy your time now before you won't be able to enjoy it. But the people who really know, see, my viewers and subscribers, majority of them, they don't dive. They're not scuba divers. They're not free divers. The Philippines is #1 in the world when it comes to that. Nothing even comes close, guys, okay? The Philippines is #1. Thailand is kindergarten when it comes to that. The Philippines is like, okay, a university. But we don't have time to be, oh, which one is better? That's distraction. Hey, what's up, mate? He said, yeah, I need to get the cracks in my stucco fixed. You're going to have thin cracks, man. I'm 61, running 62. I've yet to spend a better $20,000 than I did on this house. I've wasted. Y'all don't know me. I'm a gambler, man. When I stopped drinking and drugging, I started gambling real bad. Okay, I'm a chronic gambler, man. I've wasted that money at the casino. I gave away $15,000 one week. All bonuses that I got, $12,500 from Humana. I got $2,500 from WellCare. I lost it all at Caesars. Okay, and that was what, 2010. Okay, imagine how much that would be worth today. But I take 20,000, which it wouldn't even be 20,000 right now, and build a house. Man, you can never shame me for that. I'm proud as hell, man, that I did that. because now I can look around and see where my money's going. Man, you're gonna spend a lot of money over here. Okay, I'm sorry, but you are, and hopefully you can have something to look back on besides them damn memories. And you can't sell memories. Hey, Timmy Damas, thanks for that super chat, man. I really appreciate it. He said 5 years ago, he said a chick gave me a Lewinsky, and then at my weakest moment, she extorted me for 1,500. Wow. You mean she didn't finish? Is that what you mean by the Lewinsky? Or you mean uh did she go all the way? Oh, that's a hell of a. I just did a video. That's an expensive blowjob. Yeah, that 1,500, man. She better been the throat goat. Tell him, Frank, this is the money man. He knows about finance. He said, come on, guys, that's less than a car. But they don't see it. All they doing is playing this gotcha. Oh, you said this last time, and you said that. I'm giving you the 360. Plus, people change. People evolve. Okay? I might have thought something one way that having an older woman is better. And as the years go by, I can change my mind and say, you know what? It's probably better to have a young girl. I was talking to somebody face to face about that because they're not going to give you trouble. Okay? They're more likely, you're not going to have anything in common with them. They're going to have that phone, but they're going to follow you and they're not going to give you any pushback like these older women. They're going to give you pushback. Okay? They got all this baggage and all these bad memories and everything else that they're carrying with them. But the young girls don't have that. So yeah, you can change. He said, there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Leonard Cohen. But they'll find anything to complain about. Or to say, oh, it's not real. See, look. No, man. It was very few cracks. And thankfully, her brother's a master carpenter, man. This house looks new again. And I probably didn't pay, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I probably didn't pay $200 to get it renovated. That's the beauty of living here. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? He said, being dead is the same thing as being before alive. I guess, we don't really know, though. See, anything that we don't know for certain, Cisco, man starts making stuff up. He's always done that. Even the scientists, they don't really know for certain. So they got theories and stuff. But this death thing and heaven and hell and all, that's just made up, man. There's no proof, not one proof of that. And now, they're talking about the UFOs, which I don't care. Okay, so what's that prove? Okay, what does the UFOs prove? Everybody's on that. Okay, like, okay, so what? I mean, how are they getting here? He said, we don't own land in America. He said, miss your property taxes and they will come take your home that you paid off. Absolutely, they will. Somebody else can buy that. I'll turn that damn thing off. But J Dub, let's be honest. The people who always talk like that, they don't own anything in their home country. They talk, oh, you can't own land over there. They're just giving themselves an excuse not to buy nothing, not to help anybody. Okay. I'm telling you, on the video, I made a mistake. I said in 3 months. I meant the 3 years I've been here. I've already got my money back because to rent a place like this, it would cost me already. I would already even pay $20,000 in rent. If I'm looking at about 30,000, 25 to 30,000 a month. Okay. In 3 years, you've already spent that. You're gonna spend the money one way or the other. They say I'll rent. Okay, what rent? They say, oh, it's better. Well, not in my situation because I'm not trying to create the life I'm running from. I don't want all these bills and stuff, and then dealing with these landlords over here. That's my buddy Kaz. He's on here. It can be a trip over here, man, dealing with these landlords. Because not only are you renting, but you're paying for the repairs. They're not going to fix any damn thing. What's up, Tim? They're not going to fix anything. Okay, 2 houses before we built this house. Man, the lady did not spend not 1 peso fix anything. I had to fix it. And then she's trying to get her rent earlier and earlier. Every month is earlier. She tried to borrow 250,000 pesos from me and gonna put the house. Lady, do you think this house is not worth 250,000? And then once the septic tank started leaking, Booby's a baby. I'm not, no, we out of here. So it's best sometimes, to go and spend 20, 25, 30,000 and be done with it. He said, I hope my last years will be as good as March. My father spent 4 years in a wheelchair with diapers and didn't recognize me. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. That's a fact. What's them glad? Is that real? No. You thought they was real? They said a coward dies a million deaths, but a brave man dies only once. Okay? But all we need to focus on is life right now. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how you look. I'm just glad to be at the party, the Today Show. I don't have to have more money than you. You can look better than me. You can be taller. All that stuff's an illusion, man. Just be thankful you're alive, man. To breathe in that good air, feel that sunshine and all that, that cool water going down and all that. A good meal. You got a beautiful woman, man. You can enjoy all that. Why you can't? Enjoy it, man. Just being alive is enough for me, man. It took me a long time to get there, but I'm there now. I don't care what kind of car you driving, man. I don't care. I'm just glad to be at the party. Hey, what's up, Everyday Alpha? He said, been a while since I checked in, Brother Cal. It's to live in the good word. Hey, preach on, huh? Hey, thanks for joining me. Yeah. He said tomorrow's not promised. He said thanks to Adam and Eve, see? He said the Dalai Lama, the Lim. Oh, okay. I don't know over here. He said, I'm down 20,000 on FanDuel this year. Yeah, I quit gambling and I was watching, they got these fake gambling and sports better influencers, man. One guy says he never loses. And so they had a guy who said, well, I'm gonna track this guy and show y'all he's a fraud. And that's what he did. But you know, they get when did they start letting you film in the casinos, especially at the money cage? And this guy, he's showing where they gave him what he bet he won 2 million or something, and they're filming. You telling me that the casinos is letting somebody film this man at the money cage with all the money, and he's packing it in the suitcase? And I'm like, I don't know about that. I mean, I've been to enough casinos. All the casinos I've ever been in, you cannot film. Certainly at that money cage like that. But he just looking like, oh, it's no big deal. But that gambling man is a beast. He said, I knew a chronic gambler once. He only made age 55. He would rather go to the casino than take care of his health. It's an addiction, man. It Gamblers, if you're a real gambler, you don't even look at your money anymore. Your money is chips. How many chips can I buy? You can never win enough. And it's some good documentaries where they're following people around. One guy, he recorded himself when he lost, when he went to the pawn shop. It's real interesting, man, because unless you're a chronic gambler, man, you couldn't relate. But everything he did, I did. I didn't go to the pawn shop. But that old ugly feeling you get when you lose your money, man. Everything gets quiet. Everybody's looking at their phone, walking out of the casino. They don't want to look in nobody's eyes because it's a sad look. It's just a terrible feeling, man. And when you're in there, it's about the action. It's not the money, man. Man, I've seen people lose so much money. I've lost money. A regular person is not going to take $1,000 and buy chips with it and sit there and lose $1,000 and then spend another 1,000 chasing 1,000 you lost. But a gambler doesn't think like that. This next hit, the next roll, the next card, the roulette, whatever it is, I'm gonna get it all back. He said she didn't finish. She tried to set me up. See, this is what I was talking about a couple of live streams ago when I said, when we come over here and jump in bed with these women, we jump right into bed with them. We don't know them. We don't know their intentions. We don't know their motives. I'm pretty sure it's happened over here. We jump right into bed with the women right out of the plane, and I'm pretty sure that you give me this, you rape me. Because it's happened over here before. It happens more than you think. When the American he was falsely accused of rape. He didn't rape the woman. He didn't even have a relationship with her. She's mad at him because she thinks he's hiding her husband. Because him and the husband was partners. So the lady comes busting in his house with the police looking for the husband. The husband's not there. It terrorizes his little son, right? So what he does, he goes and files a case against him for traumatizing the son. Well, to get him back, she files a case. Oh, he raped me. Man, they hurry up and lock that man up. No due process, no speedy trial, no right to a reasonable bail. He spent 5 years waiting on trial. In a Philippine prison, I wouldn't let Curly stay in a Filipino prison. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. When he finally got out, to add insult to injury, before he could leave the country, he had to pay the 5 years of overstay to immigration. And they had proof that the man was 10 hours away when the crime supposedly had happened. And the lady waited 6 months to file the charges. And he's got proof that the lady was trying to blackmail him several times. Hey, give me this amount of money. I'm going to drop the charges. To no avail, guys. You better know what you're doing over here. You better know who you dealing with over here, who you coming to see. Okay, that's what I was telling you on the video the other day. When she said my black boyfriend ran off with another woman. I'm telling you to be careful. You're too far from home to be playing those type of games. I don't know how she knew, but they know some kind of way. Okay. Well, he said, money's going to flow fast over here. It is, Passport King. He knows. He lives here. He said, Calvin, did you say you recently bought a house? He said that pension is sexy. The next pet is lurking. You know, people talking about, well, Mark Thornton left that baby, now the baby ain't gonna have a father. That's not true. That woman's gonna get married again. Long before that little boy probably even knows any better. She's gonna be with somebody. That little boy will have a father figure. I mean, she's young. But here's the thing, though. We worry too much about other people, and we really don't care. I saw a guy was making a video the other day. All these expats are leaving these Filipinos with big debts. How you leaving these women with big debts and they don't have nothing? What are we leaving them with? What do you mean big debts? I couldn't understand what he was trying to say. That's just not true. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Okay, what debt could you possibly leave them when everything's cash over here, basically? He said, I used to bet blackjack and craps, but the sport book is where it's at. Yeah, man. This documentary I was telling you about, they were talking to three real guys. I'm talking about where when the casino sees them coming, they either set a limit on what they can bet or they won't let them bet at all. These are the real deal. These aren't these influencers. And they said, hey, these guys are frauds because if you got a tip, you're not going to tell anybody. You're certainly not going to sell it. He said it's just not enough to go around. You know, but yeah, I used to play craps. That's all I played. I didn't play anything else. Now, my Filipino wife was lucky, man. I mean, I'm sorry that I started taking her with me because she started liking it. But I was like a 7 star at Caesars. So they would send me like $100 of free play, hotel stays, buffets and stuff, because I was spending big money. So I would give her the free play. And man, she would win. She'd play the slot machine. I mean, she would win. She's way ahead. I don't know about now, but when we were together, sometimes she saved me because I've even spent all the money and she'll come back. She don't want $1,000. Yeah. He said they should have listened to Cal about his engineer, but they made fun of him because of the cracks. Now they all got scammed. Yeah, it's pitiful. You know that that's what happens, man, when you close minded like that. When you what's the word I want to use? But anyway, they did everything wrong. Honestly, they did everything wrong. First of all, when they didn't let the Filipino build the house. See, you're barking up the wrong tree. Unless you can do it yourself, which um, I've got a guy. His name is Saran Line. He built his own house. He's almost finished with it. He comes on here, but he knows how to do that. He hired 2 Filipinos to help him, one skilled and one laborer. He's damn near done. If you can't do that, you got to get the Filipino man to do it. I'm not going to deal with a foreigner because too much can go wrong, man. And he's dealing with you in dollars, really. He may talk in pesos, but he's dealing with you in dollars. It's going to cost you more. I'm just telling you. You gonna feel bad, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've been up, man, only to sit there and lose it all back. How many times did I do that? The only time I walked away twice. Well, that I can remember twice. The night before we were going to Florida, I was taking my kids to Florida to see the ocean for the first time. The guy on the dice hit all six numbers. They call it the fire. So I won about $8,000. I gave the shooter 500. I gave my wife 500. My American wife, she was with me, and I took the rest home. The security walked out. It was late at night because we were on there for about 6 hours before he finally hit. And then, well, actually three times, but it was always because I had something else to do the next day. All the people were with me because one time I went in northern Kentucky, right across the bridge from Cincinnati, and the guy hit the fire. I mean, I had lost all my money. I took like 700 on the boat. I lost it all. I was just playing with a few chips. I put $2, two $1 chips on the fire for him, and he hit all seven. And we left. He said, "Hey, Cal, I plan on marrying a Filipina in February. I'm 30, she's 18. Should I bring her to the US? I'm afraid of the critics when it comes to age gap relationships." Well, hell, that's not much of an age gap. And you probably, if you're going to marry her, unless you're rich, you're not going to have a choice but to bring her back. Unless you some kind of, what are you, digital nomad or something? You know, the overwhelming majority of women that we bring over there, they do what they say they're going to do. We only get the bad stories. The medical drug dealer. We only get the bad. Most of them go over there. Now she's 18. She's very young. Your problem is going to be homesickness and all of that. But how long have you known her? Why are you in such of a hurry to marry? She's 18, so you haven't known her that long. Okay, because she's still 18, so that means you haven't known her for a whole year yet. Why are you in such of a hurry? Do you know her well enough to bring her to your country? Wherever, to the US, I mean. Because man, that's asking a lot for an 18-year-old. But if she's gonna run off over there, she's gonna run off over here. I'm telling y'all what I'm seeing. You don't have to take them over there for them to act a fool, or for the men over here to hit on them. Okay. Hey, Dexter Dixon, thanks for that super sticker. You don't have to do that. I've seen good friends, man. They women over here with younger Filipinos. It's none of my business, but there's nothing they can do for the woman. They've gotten too old now. Okay, I used to have a next door neighbor that I played tennis with, man. His wife, I'm pretty sure he probably knows his wife is fooling around because she don't have it. And, you know, everybody knows it. She's about 30. I think he's like 77 or something like that. And she's into that fitness and all of that. And her and a couple of her friends actually, you know, and I'm getting this information from Maryland. They done rented an apartment, a house up in the province, up in the mountains up here. And that's where they do their little rendezvous, you know. So if he took her back to his country, she's going to do the same thing over there. But if you got a good woman over here, she's going to be a good woman over there. These guys are telling you the hard luck stories. Overwhelming majority of these Filipino women, man, they're good women. You know, but you know, your value as a man over here is based on your money, though. It's just a fact. Okay. If I was broke when I met Marilyn, she wasn't gonna be with me long. Okay. I'm not confused about that. But I'm at the point in my life, I don't care. I'm just glad I'm at the party, man. Wherever you go, you're gonna have to have some money. Women don't want a broke man. I mean, you know, when you're young, yeah, he's cute, he's handsome, but after a while, she's gonna get tired of that, man. She wants to go places, you know, and it's so cheaper here than it is there. Okay. I've been fortunate, man. I'm telling you from my experience, my videos are basically about me. I've never had a woman over here that was, a gold digger that just give me money, give me money, give me money, won't, and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna live good. I'm not gonna cheat myself, so she's gonna be with me. But I've never had a woman like that over here that that wants all that fancy stuff. They just want to be taken care of. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, there's no place like home, man. We got home today, man. I've been up, man. I've been up. What time did I wake you up? 2:30. Merlin, because she had to get our tickets, man. Because it was the overflow yesterday from Sunday. Okay, remember I tell you, do not uh, travel on the weekend, certainly Sunday, or the day before the holiday. Now tomorrow it's gonna be so crowded, man. If you're trying to go anywhere in the Philippines, the airport, the uh, the pier, the bus station, it's gonna be so crowded like it was yesterday. That you're not gonna be able. I mean, it's you got to have the patience of a saint. I mean, the lines are so long. When you see them as an American or Westerner, you're just gonna keep going. But they'll stand in line, you know. And it was a big overflow today, so Merlin had to get up to catch the 5 a.m. boat. She had to get up at 2:30. I'm talking about take a shower and leave the hotel room at 2:30. And she ended up coming back at like 4:45 to get us. You know, so I've been up since 2:30. And once I lay down, I'm gonna be asleep. But yeah, when you get over here, the logistics and travel in the Philippines, man, you better have a plan. Because when you fly into these cities, man, that's it. It's not like if you fly into, let's say, for instance, Cebu. Now you can't fly into Malapascua. You got to get on that damn bus or van or car and travel that 3.5 hours and then catch the ferry for another 45 minutes. He said 18 to 30 ain't no age gap. Yeah. That's a young couple, man. I mean, the according to the experts and the census, when 25 to 30 is when people get married in that range, they're more likely to stay together. They have the highest success rate. But hell, 18 is young, man. He said, man, I was 19 when I was 36. Over here, man, they're a whole lot older, dependent. Dependent. Now, our 19-year-old is a typical 19-year-old. Giggling, laughing, TikTok and all that, okay? Because she don't have to do all that. Her mother's done it for her. We've done it for her whole life. But some 19-year-old women here, right here in San Carlos City are grown women, man. And they look a lot older. Okay, I'll give you an example. Remember James and Arcely that I interviewed? He's 63, she's 20. She looks old to be 20. People can't believe she's 20, but she's from the province, man. She's old looking for 20. I mean, that don't mean anything. But I mean, because she's a grown ass woman. She's been with men before she was with him. You know, but 18, man, he says, I wouldn't bring an 18-year-old that far from home. Yeah. He said, too many temptations. It's not that. I don't think she could handle it. That's too much for an 18-year-old to take her to America without her family. Now, a friend of mine, what he did, he says the best decision he ever made. He said, Calvin, people thought I was crazy, but I didn't. He brought her parents with her. After she got over there, right, and got situated and got her U.S. citizenship, the girl petitioned the parents. And now they all live together. I believe they live in Connecticut, if I'm not mistaken. He says the best thing he could have did. Because, she was young. He said, hey, Cal, what time did you leave Cebu yesterday? I was up there, but couldn't remember where you were at. Well, all we did, we were going to stay all night, but we said, no, we're coming home. So we got a taxi, and we got it, man. It's just, when you help other people, you help yourself. Because when you get off the ocean jet, when you get off that pier in Cebu, Pier 1, it's like, man, it's like a, a, a hornet's nest. It's so much stuff going on. People pulling you every way. You need a taxi. And all of a sudden, the taxi, a brand new one with good aircon and everything, a young guy, pulls up. And we said, can you take us to Toledo? And he's new because he asked Maryland, well, how much you going to pay me? Maryland said 1,500. He said, no, 2,000. Well, which is a great price. Normally, they charge you 2,500. So we went on and came right back to Toledo. But we knew we weren't going to be able to get on that boat, which we wasn't. So no, we didn't stay. Yeah, the next pet can be anywhere. He wants the next man's woman. He see you got a good woman, It's just like them. They see that she's got a good man, and they'll try to take you from her. Same over here, That's why I had to quit bringing guys around my house. I don't like single men coming to my house. Because they be looking up your woman all up and down and stuff, But a friend told me that a long time ago. He said, Cal, you don't want, what's that? What are you doing? You don't want single men. Don't bring a single man to your house. He told me that long before Sunshine Showed. He said, if you married, you bring married men to your house with their wife. But the next pet is everywhere. He's certainly here. I know a guy personally, man. He's fooling with the woman here in St. Carlos. The foreign man, American, bought the woman a house, built a house and everything. While she's FaceTiming the man, he's blowing her back out. Not just him. These long distance relationships is for fools, man. There ain't no way. I'd be dealing with a long distance. King B says, I definitely got a great Philippine. I got lucky. No, you didn't get lucky. She got lucky. Okay, because you turned out to be a good man. Remember, their dating pool is all fucked up, man. You knew what you were gonna get, basically. We get unlucky, King B, when we rush. But now she got lucky. He said, and I chose well. He said, talk to as many people as you can. Don't commit to one before you come here, because I assure you, she's talking to at least one other guy too. Yeah, probably more than one. Merlin was talking to 3. See, I never even thought about that. Merlin was the one put me up on that. It never crossed my mind. I'm thinking, okay, I'm the only one she's talking to. And, here's how they get you. Close, because they know you're paying. You got to pay to talk to her on the dating site. They're going to say, I'll close your account. This woman's got 5 accounts, man. Okay, she's on all the dating sites. You only own one. Unless you're a dumbass and you're paying $30 a month for 5 or 6 different accounts. So she'll say, oh, you close yours and I'm going to close mine. Okay. Meanwhile, she's got Filipino Cupid open, Cebuanas open, Cherry Blossom, Date Asia, Benign Love. It's so many of them now. She's on all of them. Christian Filipina. So be careful with that. Frank Tate said, please remember you bring a woman to the States, you have to take care of her for 10 years, even if she runs off from you. Yeah, you're responsible for her for 10 years. And somebody told me it can even go beyond that on certain circumstances. That means if she goes on food stamps or Section 8 or something like that, the government's coming after you, like child support or something. So yeah, we always forget to bring that up, Frank. That affidavit of support that you saying, even if she runs off. So for 10 years, that's going to be hanging over your head. So if she has to get any type of government assistance, they're coming after you. If she gets, Medicaid or any of that. Yeah, King B got a nice girl. I met her before. He's got a legitimate, but most of us do. Unless you just come over here, unless you rush. Man, these women are traditional, man. They're conservative. They don't have a high body count. You got women now with this old social media, mostly the young ones, that, the whole world's been telling them how beautiful they are, and it goes to their head. But for the most part, man, when you meet a woman over here, man, you know, you get what you pay for. Whatever you see on there, that's what you're going to get. If you just do your due diligence, come over here a few times, especially if you're talking about bringing them back to your country. But if you're just going to stay over here, then she's going to stay with you. I've never had a problem, man. I'm telling you. The only time I've ever been scammed was when I sent that woman the money to buy her plane ticket and 2,000 pesos to pay her mother to babysit. And she ghosted me. But everybody else, they were who they said they were. I mean, me and Merlin been together, man, we're coming up on 6 years. I haven't had a peep of trouble out of her, man. And you're not going to have a peep of trouble. Mr. Passport King got a good woman. He just got married. That's why people come here. It's legit to come here, if that's what you're going to come here for. You're probably not going to be disappointed. But you can rush, man. And you can choose the wrong one. You can choose them ones that's playing games. They used to work in the bar and didn't tell you. They used to have foreigners before you and didn't tell you. Because people don't take that. They take that with a grain of salt, which if you fooling with a woman who's already been with a foreigner, more than likely the relationship is not going to work out, man. I'm sorry. And if it does, you're a good one. What's up, man? He says, are you over in Thailand now? He said, I can't imagine bringing my girl back to the U.S. I left there for a reason. Health reasons are the only reason I would ever return. That's true. That's the way I feel. But the thing is, Matt, some guys, they have no choice. That guy was 30. He can't stay over here. Some guys can't make it over here. They can't handle the Philippines because they focus on the wrong things. Some men, their standard of living and everything is not being met here. So they say, hey, I'm taking her back. I've got a house over here that's paid for already and everything like that. I don't want to live in the Philippines or Thailand or whatever it is. Yeah, but most of the women, man, they don't give the man a problem over there. I didn't have any problems. The problem I had when I got here, because I'm not going back. I don't understand. What about that? Don't you understand? I left the United States for a reason. I'm 6 months. I'm not turning around going back. But I underestimated her situation over here. See, a lot of women here, a lot of people here, man, they're chomping at the bit to get out of here. They have no future here. I mean, it's really bad, man. You hit a glass ceiling real early, and when you come over here, you'll see the struggle. And her mission wasn't complete. A lot of the guys that you see moving back over here from the states and different places, the woman has completed her mission. She's retired from over there or whatever it is. But my wife had only been there for 4.5 years. I'm pretty sure her family probably looked at her like, "What's wrong with you? What are you doing back here?" And when they said, "Oh, well, Calvin, he's stressed out over there," they probably laughed at her because they don't understand our problems. They come from a different culture, man. The problems we have aren't problems to them. You know, they look at us like we're weak or something. And they don't realize, the stress and hypertension and all that can kill you. And then now all of a sudden, lady, you don't have nobody. But to them, that's not a problem. Anxiety and all of that, to them, all that, it's child's play. You know, they really do think like that. I need to suck it up and be a man. But I wasn't going back, and I didn't sign up for you being there 6 months and being here 6 months, which you're not going to be able to do that anyway. But as long as we was over there, man, my wife never looked at another man. We had no problems. Well, yeah, sometimes it just depends. Sometimes I've done it um, in an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 30, but yesterday it did take an hour and 50 minutes. Because that's what I told Marilyn. I say, what time did we leave? Because we didn't get to Cebu till almost 2 o'clock. And the boat was supposed to have left at 11:40, but it never leaves on time. But just say it did leave at 12. We got there right at 2. Hey, what's going on? He said, by age 65, if all you have in a 401k is 200,000, man to man, you should be ashamed of yourself if you're about to start a new family. Well, it all depends, man. If you're fortunate to live to be 65, see, this is the stuff that complicates people's lives. I left a lot of money on the table. Look, I was earning 6 figures when I left. So I've been gone for 6 years. I've been gone for 7 AEPs. This is where I earn my money. So just say for every year that I left 100,000 on the table. That's 600,000. It's not worth the 6 years of my life. Uh, what's that? Pendragon. You know, you're never gonna have enough money. I got a friend now. Okay, that's all he does is work. I mean, this guy, he's a hustler. He's got money. He's got his own business. He works for the school system. But guess what? His father beat him over here to the Philippines, living comfortably in Bohol, looking good too. Imagine his father, who the father learned about me through him, but he won't lose. He's not gonna lose. He'll lose sleep over a penny. Everybody, I'm not like that. I want to live, man. You know, it just depends on where you are. But see, all that's an illusion, man. We try to make people ashamed of how much money. It don't matter, man. I'm just glad I woke up today and I got enough money to live comfortably over here. I don't have to be rich anymore. All that dream, all them dreams gone, as far as I'm concerned. But that's the kind of talk that I stay away from, man. You know, you can't shame me anymore for not having as much money and this and that. And who are you anyway? I mean, I'm not picking on him saying, but who are you or who is anybody to tell me how much money I should have or what I should do with my time alive? Yeah, hit the like button, guys. But yeah, guys went too far, about the Mark Thornton thing. Like, man, y'all worrying too much about other men and other people, man. Keep the focus on yourself. You'll thank me later for doing that. I'm not worried about, because you really don't care. If you care, then help the man's family. Help his wife and son. Otherwise, man, it's just a bunch of gossip. Like you really got the ultimate plan for your life. Your life is so good that you can take time off from managing your own life and go on manage somebody else's life. I'm calling bullshit on that. Laura says they have a lot of responsibilities. I was 18 years old before I ever used a washing machine. I never did laundry. My mom did everything. Thank you. This is the point I'm making. Some women over here at 18 years old, they're grown women. I mean, they're grown. The way they act, you can tell. Okay? The lady that I was with, I promise you, man, the dating site said she was 22. For 6 months, I had no reason to doubt she was 22. She carried herself like that. She could have been 25. Turned out the woman was 18 years old. Man, it shocked me. But I've seen that, but I've also seen the other side. Like our daughter in there, she's 19, man. She probably can't thread a needle, but she don't have to. Everything's done for her. I'm pretty sure she's doing something up there in college now, washing her uniforms and stuff like that. But y'all know what I'm saying. Some of these women over here, man, they're 18 and they're really taking care of business. Okay, whatever you bring into the table, she can handle it. That was the woman who said, "Oh, you can do whatever you want to me." I'm thinking she's 22. Imagine an 18-year-old telling you that and being able to back it up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. But I don't know if she would have been ready to move overseas. She'd probably missed her mother and everybody. That's just too young, man. Hey, what's up, Confident Boy Speaks? He's a new retiree at 50. Aren't you? You said you're 50. Thanks for that super chat. He said, just checking in, brother. I went to the Enchanted River yesterday. It was great. I know you had a good time with your family. Oh, yeah, you went. So are you in Panglao? You're in Bohol, right? No, no, that's not the Enchanted River. That's the Lobach River in Bohol, where you on that floating restaurant. Where is the Enchanted River? He said some guys look for a trained nurse in the Philippines that can make a lot of money in the U.S. Well, they don't really look for it. They run up on it on their dating site. Okay, because guys aren't coming over here approaching these women. Okay, because most of the guys who come over here, they're far beyond their prime. Who wants a 70-year-old man, with brown hair up here, gray on sideburns, wooden teeth, all in their face. They don't want that, man. They're not going to do that. Okay. We want who wants us, FX trader. That's the easy way over here. We want who wants us. These guys aren't approaching women, they're lying to you. Okay. None of the men you mark, none of them that you see on YouTube and everywhere did they approach their woman. They met them on the dating site. That's how we're meeting women over here. Now the young guys, they think Tinder It's not a dating site. You know, that's a damn dating site. I'm not approaching these women over here, man, because who you gonna approach? And then they're always gonna be with 2, 3, 4, 5 women. They hang together in bunches like that. Now you know if you ain't gonna confront one, you ain't gonna confront four. And if you go to them parties where they set you all up, they buy the tickets and you in that party with 5 men and 100 women or whatever. Those women are all on the dating site. And you got one man and you're doing the speed dating and all that. They're on the dating site. They're not approaching these women over here. They're not looking for nothing. It just so happens that, yeah, she's a nurse on that dating site. He said, these women are grown women at 20, 25. Oh, man. 25, man, they've really grown in the province. But you be careful what you wish for. You guys want these women in the province, man. They tough as nails. Man, can you handle that? Because they're going to put your feet to the fire. They don't play, man. Okay, if you say you're going to be with them, she going to hold you to every promise. Them's the ones that'll cut your damn nuts off while you sleep. He says, I don't understand how any American man been spanked by an American woman and she ran over him, marriage, government system. You come to the Philippines and she gets you also. It's you, homeboy. Yeah, we always want to blame it on the women. The majority of the women that you meet on those dating sites, they're good women, man. That's just the only way they know how to meet you, too. They're not going to approach you either. This is the way that they know how to meet you. And we know how to meet them. I simply want the women at my age right now. I want a woman who wants me. I'm not out there taking risks like that, getting my feelings hurt and stuff like that. I'm 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 satisfied with a yummy six. Oh yeah, you're 41. Damn, that's even more impressive. I thought you told me you was 50. No, you're 41. You don't look 50, but damn, that's even more impressive. Confident voice speaks. Thanks for that super chat. He says, I'm 41 and loving life right now. He says, I will go back to work when I'm ready. The Enchanted Rivers in Mindanao. Oh, okay. Are you still in what? Surigao? Have they turned the power back on Surigao Island? They've been without power for a long time. You see, he's telling facts right here. He said, budget, what budget? Money in, money out, and hope you have something left at the end of the month. Enough said. Yeah, I said this before. They're going to spend money till it's gone. Okay, because they're not used to having the kind of money that you have. Even though being want to say being rich is relative. Okay, they always say, "Oh, you're not rich in your own country," but I'm not in my own country. I'm over here. The Philippine Statistic Authority tells me if I earn 3,808 US dollars per month, I'm rich over here. And to the women that we deal with, you're rich. Okay, when she's used to earning about let's say $200 a month, and that's a good job over here because most of them aren't earning anything near that. When you see them working at these little carinderias and at the bus terminal and these vendors and the overwhelming majority of the population, they don't have real jobs. The real jobs, though, that's the minimum wage. When you're a school teacher, a government worker, What else? Like that. That's minimum wage when you work at the sales clerk at the mall, at the grocery store, and legitimate places like at the hotels and all that. The big hotels. But everybody else, man, they're earning a very little amount of money. So you get with her and she's gonna spend. What did King be saying? That's so frightening. Oh, okay. He said, my lady's 30 and we live in a project. She said, if you cheat, I cut that one. Yeah. And that she's not playing. I did a video on that because look, Google it. In the Philippines, woman cuts man. Man, you see so many of that incidents of that. And Maryland said that's nothing because most of the time in the province they don't even report it. It don't make the news. You know, one woman, I can't remember where it was, lady or somewhere it was. After she cut it off, she flushed it down the toilet. So he's done. She flushed it down the damn toilet. One man got lucky. The woman cut it off and threw it out the window. They found it and they was able to attach it. Now, whether it works or not, all this is on Google. But it happens a lot over here, man. They don't play, man. Okay, they'll wait you. They won't say nothing. Then they'll wait till you get drunk. And you go in there and go to sleep, and you wake up with no meat. It'll be meatless. Yeah, you ain't kidding about that, Cal. You better not hurt these province girls and think you can just walk away clean. That was what I was trying to the message I was trying to convey when I was talking about on my last video. Her black boyfriend ran off with another Filipino. I'm telling guys, look, man, you know, you're too far from home to be playing games like that. If a woman's scorned over here, man, you better be. You're very fortunate if she doesn't try to exact some type of revenge, because to us, it's just a game. To a lot of us over, it's a game. These women are dead serious, man. That's the reason why you can do anything to me or whatever you want to do to me. That's why. And then they give you themselves. They literally give you themselves. And then you want to play games like that? Good luck. Yeah. He said, at least she told you. But yeah, they don't play. But that's what we think. We think, okay, the way everything works in America, because Americans, we're less traveled than any other industrial country. Any other, you know, first world country, we're less traveled. So we think everything that happens, the way it happens in America happens everywhere around the world. So we bring that attitude over here. We don't listen to anybody. We don't take any instruction. You can't tell us anything. And then we come over here and we act the same way as we do at home. You see that guy now, he's back in the States now. What's his name? Jim and something. Where he made every mistake you could make. If I was him, I certainly wouldn't come back here. He got, you don't want to get into it with the locals under any circumstances. He did that. Ended up getting his stepson's head busted, literally busted in the hospital with staples in his head. Married a woman with 4 or 5 children. He acted as if he had never seen a YouTube vlogger at all in his whole life. Moved straight to the province. It's some things, man, that we could do to make our time over here more successful, man. At least get a better start. But we're not listening, man. That's why I can't take the blame. I made the video. I'm not trying to meddle in their business. I don't know them. I made the video to let you guys know. Don't blame me because you're not really listening to us. It's entertainment. You're not listening to us. When you come over here, man, you on your own. Hell, you guys don't even check in. The, a lot of my subscribers and people who are watching this now, they come over here. They never even say, "Hey, Cal, I'm in Cebu." If they don't have to, they let me know when they back at home. I just got back from the Philippines. I'm like, damn, okay. But then if something goes wrong, oh yeah, after listening to you, he ran off. No, don't blame it on me, lady. I'm sorry. Now here's some more facts. King B's coming with facts today. Y'all gonna learn today. He said my lady was working 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, and she only made 210 pesos a day. When I came here the first time, I had her quit. I've been supporting her and our son fully for 16 months now because you're boots on the ground. These guys aren't listening. They'll say, I want a woman that's got her own money. A woman that's got her own job. I don't want a broke woman over there. I ain't taking care of nobody. Well, you don't need to come over here then because you didn't get the memo, man. You did not get the memo. But this is the kind of pushback I get in the comments, in my emails, in my messenger. They want a woman with her own money. I'm not taking care of a woman and this and that. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You don't need to come over here then. You know, because there's the Philippines got a lot. Filipinos have a lot, but money's not one of them. That's why when I do my giveaways now, it's always money because money's so hard to come by. We used to give away rice. We used to give away groceries. They need money, man. And again, I want to thank everybody who contributed to the Christmas to Remember giveaway. I mean, y'all don't understand how much money that is. 5,000 pesos. Go on my Facebook page, okay? I wasn't able to be here, man. It's different when I give them that money in person. But you could see it. And you see the people who got that money. Now, 3 people haven't claimed their prize yet. I gave them until tomorrow at 8 p.m., and then I'm going to spin the wheel again. I'll give you 1 week, because we're giving this money away. And man, that's a lot of money. It's not $89 or whatever it is with the exchange rate. It's 5,000 pesos. And some of these people do not have money at all. And all of a sudden, their name comes up on that spin wheel. Man, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know the real story over here. Yeah, but when guys come over here, hey Nathan, welcome. Talking about they want a woman with her own money. I'm not gonna take care of a woman. Y'all are simps and all of that stuff, right? Because they don't know what they're talking about. Everybody's a simp now. Because you don't want Maryland is a college graduate. Is a bookkeeper. Okay. But her clients were not paying her. And she was running herself to death. Even before my channel, I was like, look, you need to be here with me and these kids. Because, man, some mornings, man, she would get up at 5 o'clock and wouldn't come back to 9:30 at night. I'm like, no. Nah. And then they'd give her 1,000 pesos for that. And some guys would think, oh, just let her keep the job. Well, if she got a decent job, Angelo Habib's girlfriend's got a great job over here. Okay. He would be stupid to make up with her job. She got a legitimate job. I mean, in America, it's not even $600 she's earning a month, but she's earning 30,000 a month. 30,000 pesos a month? Man, that's a damn good job over here. I don't know. She's the only one I've ever known personally where I've seen her, met her, who's earning that kind of money over here. I'm pretty sure there's other people, but I don't know them. The people we deal with, man, they don't earn that kind of money. Okay? He said a woman who works over there is a broke woman. Yeah, but when you got these armchair bros, they got all the answers. They've never been here before. They're using that old crazy thinking. I'm not going to take care of a woman. Well, you taking care of somebody over there. Or she's taking care of you. He said the struggle is nothing like most people never see in their life in the Philippines. That's right. To us, because we got all these uh, safety nets over there. To us, the projects is poor, basically, or Appalachian. Well, at least in Appalachian, the projects you getting food stamps. You might be getting AFDC. You might be getting Section 8. You might be getting disability. There's so much that our tax dollars pay for over there. But over here, man, you get unemployment over in unemployment you get over there. Over here, man, you lose your job, you just lose your job. There's no unemployment. There's no safety net. That's why I tell you the people here, you can learn a lot from them, man. They're tough as nails over here because they have to be. They don't have a choice. We are soft in a lot of ways compared to them. He said a king bee in the Philippines. Now that's what I call chump change. Look, a lot of people, man, over here, they earn like when you see these little girls, the young ones, they work at a lot of these little vendors and the bus station. But man, they're earning like 100 pesos a day, 150 pesos a day. Okay. And they're not getting that every day. I don't even know how they get back to work, getting back and forth to work like that. But yeah, they're earning like 150 a day. When by the time they get their money, man, they done borrowed it all up. They got to get back to transportation, the jeepney, and they got to eat and all of that. He said the working woman is providing for the whole family. If you make her quit, it's your job to give her family money now. Yeah, that's true. That's fact. Because when I met my son's mother, I mean, she was working 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. All that overtime. I'm talking about she never took a day off. I'm talking about for the whole 30 days, man. And then used to live in this little bitty boarding house. The room was so small that she slept with her back on the wall, on the floor, and her feet on the wall. That's how she slept. I was like, "You're done, lady. You quitting." He said, "Why would you tell a woman to quit her job? Suppose you guys break up, then she's out of a job." Well, that's a good story. That's a good question. But here's the thing, though. That's just a risk you're gonna have to take. Okay. Are you just gonna go get somebody else who doesn't have a job? I guess that's what you would do then. But if you got any kind of heart, when you come over here, she don't want the job. She has to work that job. She don't like it. He said, exactly, Cal. It's not being a simp to support your Filipino, but don't let her go wild when you are spending money. I've said no more this month than I ever have. It's okay to say no. Yeah, and if you're in a situation where you're always saying no, you're in the wrong situation. But yeah, I'm not going to see a woman that I'm with. See, the thing is, it was years before we broke up, and they were always better off having met me than they were before meeting me. Well, now they're better. Remember, I told you my son's mother they had a housewarming over there, a $425,000 home over there, in Raleigh, North Carolina, 30-year mortgage. I'm happy for her. I don't want no 30-year mortgage. When I met her, she couldn't even operate a computer. When I met her, I'm thinking I'm chatting with her. It's her friend sitting next to her out of sight, out of camera sight. The one, you know, on the keyboard. So I could only, so it comes, it makes sense now that I couldn't chat with her every day. I could only chat with her when her friend was available. But it's just something, man. It's a gut feeling that you take. Just like Frank Tate, he's with his wife, they're still together. Most of the guys who make that decision, Daryl, because that's a good question you make. Most of them stay together, man. You're not meeting uh, these old scammers over here. When you get over here, man, and you meet these women, man, they're legitimate women. Probably the best woman that you could ever hope for at this stage in your life. And they stay together. The man understands what he's got. All that old, the majority of the women that we deal with over here are broke. They're not poor, they're broke because they'll hustle. Yeah, he said the super rich have was going against each other as they clean up making money. I just said this. I just said this to Mo on Saturday, right? And I said it earlier today. The people coming across them borders in America are not your problem. It's the rich people, man, the ultra rich people who run everything, who own everything. How can five of the richest men in America have more wealth than the bottom 250 million people? That's crazy, man. That's not democracy. Okay, that's the other end of that capitalism. But they'll have me and you fighting over me earning 2,500 a month on YouTube. They'll hate me up for that. Or something somebody says, your football team won and man didn't. And we're getting to it over this petty stuff. Meanwhile, they stolen everything from us, really. What's up, Steve and Ellie? He said, my wife's co-worker is an anesthesiologist in the Philippines and a medical tech in the US. He does better in the US. Yeah. I mean, it's just not here. Yeah, the guys want the woman around 24/7. Okay, if you're 60 years old, you come over here, you meet a beautiful, attractive 24, 25-year-old woman who's earning 150 pesos a day, working her fingers to the bone. What are you going to do? Okay, more than likely, you're going to stay together. Okay, the first one usually doesn't work out. Okay, but more than likely, man, you're going to stay with the woman who you asked to quit her job. Yeah, he says, exactly. Why kill yourself for a few dollars a day? Stay home, baby. I got you. He says, only when the tide sets, you will see who in this world is swimming in the seas of delusion naked. The illusion that the Philippines is paradise is a delusion that you can live here on 3,000. Well, I'm not going to tell a man or a woman what they can or cannot do. It's all subjective. And anyway, there's people who are living here that are living comfortable, okay, on less than 3,000. They just don't get that much of a pension. Now, they may not be able to live like you can live, retired in the Philippines on 3,000, But I can guarantee you a big percentage of people who live here, we probably don't earn 3,000 per month. Now, are we a major accident away from being broke over here? Yeah, but that's the chance they're taking. You know, they would rather take that chance than to be over there lonely and desperate and isolated. Because remember, we want to be somebody. Who wants to be a nobody? You're a nobody over there. You come over here, you're somebody. It doesn't matter what the circumstance it is. It doesn't matter what people say. All there is life. I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care about your opinion of me. Who wants to be a nobody? But if you run out of money over here, you're going to be a nobody. But we know as long as we got money, we got value over here. And people are going to appreciate you as long as you got that pension coming in. We know that. You got the same pension coming in over there, and nobody wants to be bothered. You're Mr. Nobody over there. You're dating the motherboard. Who wants a woman with old dried up pussy over there? They ain't going to let you touch her. Oh, it hurts. You know, and all that's all you want is sex. Well, what do you want, lady? And that's it. That's if you know, fortunate enough to have an old woman around you. You know, because you know that we don't age the same as women. He says, my girlfriend is college educated, works at Mang the South, yeah, in the South, in Butuan. You need a college degree to work at fast food there, but she only makes 680 pesos per day. If things work out, I will retire her. Yeah. Now she, you know, that's a good job, 680 pesos a day. But she probably don't work every day, and she probably doesn't work full time. But you're right about that. If you're gonna work in these malls, you certainly need a college education. I found that out. You know, the Pancake House is one of my favorite places to eat here. And that's when I found it out. Everybody that works there's got a college degree. But this is the reason why I sent Sahara to nursing school because, you know, that's a hospitality degree that they have when you working in those restaurants and hotels and stuff like that. It's only going to take you so far unless you get fortunate and you're able to work on one of these cruise ships as an OFW or something like that. But if you become a nurse, man, you can write your own ticket. You're going to give the company, you know, the country, you know, 3 or 4 years, get that experience, and then you're set for the rest of your life. It's being played out all over the world by Filipinas and Filipinos who become nurses. It's almost a guaranteed thing. That's how you really break the cycle. He said it's not simple to take care of your woman. Simple is about chasing and spending on women who are not interested in you. Yeah, see, they got the definition messed up because everybody's a simp now. I'm a simp. God called me a simp because I built the house for my family. And I'm like, how could that be a simp when the woman I'm with is 100% into me? I'm just taking care of my woman. But it's a simp. I mean, I don't know these tough guys. They just won't. I'm not doing anything for a woman. She just gotta want me because I'm who I am. I guess I don't know who they're dealing with. I don't know what kind of woman who just wants a nobody. You're nothing to her. You're just a body. After a while, they get tired of that. He says, I'll tap in another time, Cal. I got haters listening to you. I don't know what you're saying. He says, oh, I like it's beyond hard. It's not even hard. It's difficult, man. It's very difficult. All you got to do is come over here, okay? Remember, the woman has a negotiator in between her legs. These men over here, they don't have a negotiator. They have no websites, no dating sites that they can go to, and men are going to rescue them, and somebody's going to rescue them. So you come over here and you just watch the men, the ones, who are struggling. And you'll see the struggle, man. You'll see it. Otherwise, you're not going to understand it. But it's no fault of their own. Hey, Young Fresh Global Travel, thanks for that super chat. He says, I meant 380, not 680 per day. You mean $380 per month? Thanks for that super chat. Thanks for that super chat, Young Fresh Global Travel. He said, guys should check out Butuan, not Madame. Yeah, my buddy John Thomas lives there. Well, he lives in the province, but I've been to Butuan before. I always forget about Butuan, but I finally put that on my expat alley list. And I'm glad that you brought that up. But anywhere in Mindanao, man, they thick down there. If you want, a voluptuous, if you like, the shape, that's where you're going to find them. But Filipinos aren't typical Asian women anyway, though. They all got a little shape to them. Oh, okay. Thanks for that super chat, Young Fresh Global Travel. He said, no, 380 pesos. Oh, okay, yeah. Not 690. Sorry for the dollar sign. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I believe, I want to say minimum wage here in St. Carlos City is 385 per day. That's if you got a real job now, remember. 385 pesos a day. And Manila is going to be higher. I believe they up to like 715 or something per hour. He said, I like shape. He said, them Filipinos in Butuan got their body. Well, not, all man in Mindanao, that's where they are like that. Remember, all these islands, guys, are different. They were different before the Spanish came over here. They all had their own religion, politics, traditions, food, languages, and everything. They came together under that flag to fight the Spanish. But you go down to Butuan, Mindanao, he says it's all over, but I'm talking about per capita, man. That's where they are. Yeah, they're everywhere, but man, in Mindanao, it's crazy. Because they think, oh, Philippines don't have breasts, because in the if you Google smallest breasts in the world, Philippines is like one, they're in the top three. But you go down there to Mindanao, you be like, right. Hey, Rashad, what's up? Okay, he said I'll catch the replay. I know y'all hot about that Lamar Jackson thing. They know good well that man's an MVP. They talking about, oh, he won it last year, the two-time MVP, and blah, 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 blah. Well, don't have an MVP then if you're not going to give it to the best player. He said right now it's 57.89 pesos to $1. So his girlfriend, Young Fresh Global Travel, his girlfriend is earning about $6 a day, which the mass, the masses here earn about $2 to $3 a day. So you coming over here, even if you're only earning 1,000 pesos I mean, $1,000 per month, man. It's a lot of money to the average. That would be 58,000 pesos a month that you're bringing in. The average salary here is 12,000 pesos per month. Okay, 12,500 pesos per month. That's the average salary, the highest of the high and nothing. So you're bringing in 58,000, but we'll talk about you. Oh, you broke over here. She's looking at you like, oh, I'm so glad I met you. 58,000? They can't dream of that, guys. You know, but y'all in with that exchange calculate, you deal with pesos over here. We don't deal with dollars, man. Okay. Hey, thanks for that super chat, Lawrence. He said, Cal, are you serious about the Filipino who gets hurt in love might come looking for revenge? Yeah, if she feels scorned, absolutely. Uh, and most of them will, you know, somebody usually, if 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 you really hurt the girl, and I mean, and there's no history, no good history to kind of settle her down when she can get back to her thoughts and be like, well, he really took care of me, and look where I am now. I'm gonna just move on. Yeah, they're gonna try to get your ass um, deported and blacklisted, so you'll never come back. And they'll give you the excuse, because I don't want you to do it to another Filipino. And they'll really mean that. Because believe it or not, man, they got a sisterhood over here. No matter what you hear about women here and people here, they're a whole lot tighter than what we are in the West. Okay? Because some guy, he said, man, a guy came to my house. Because I've had the same experience several times. When the woman finds out you're fooling with somebody else, they'll start talking to the girl. They'll start talking to the other woman. They'll friend each other on Facebook. They'll start, you know, following each other and stuff and messaging each other. It's crazy, man, but it happens. But the guy's what he said. He was dealing with a woman in where was I want to was it Kagan? No, Dubai. And he comes over here and starts fooling with a woman in Bacala. Well, they found out about each other, and hell, they consoling each other and everything. You know, they're messaging each other back and forth. It's like a sisterhood, man, and they will deport you because they'll feel, well, he ain't gonna do another Filipino like that. I show him. You know, but most guys who come over here, we don't mistreat the women. There's some scumbags who come over here, but the majority of the guys, man, we take these women literally out of the mud. We put them on the road that's going somewhere, and they appreciate it. So when it doesn't work out, they don't exact revenge. They'll say, "Okay, I'm moving on. You move on." But if you come over here and you just outright mistreat a woman, man, over here, now you're gonna pay. You'll be lucky if that's all she does is have you deported. Maybe a father or somebody may come looking for you. Yeah, they work together. But we come over here, we're splintered, man. We're like this. They're like this. We're like this over here. These women will find out um, that who you're fooling with, and they'll befriend the damn lady. They'll feel sorry for her, and they'll start talking amongst themselves about you. It's crazy, man. You know, and then the lady will tell, you know, because they'll say, "Well, I won't prove. How do you know that he was with you?" Well, he did this to me. Uh, that to me. See, to prove to the woman you with that I'm not lying. You know, they do that kind of stuff. Hey, Helix, Canada, he said, I seen you at Alona Beach, Cal. Sunday was crazy busy there. Yeah, also feeling the Philippines was 2 beaches over. Yeah, it was crowded. I told Merlin, we've been there several times. I've never seen so many people there. And I was telling the guy off the cuff with Jamie, he's back in Canada now. I didn't know so many Canadians is over here in the Philippines. I know we were only at let's see, we were there for 5 days. I know I met 7 Canadians in Panglao. He said one clown had 2 girls pregnant and thought it was a good idea to move them both together. Yeah. Well, long before I had my Sunshine Shoulders channel, I knew of a guy who dated 2 girls from the same damn squatters area. They knew each other. I mean, I think it was just a coincidence, though, that he ended up, you know, dating 2 girls from the same squatters area. So when he went to with the woman that he settled with, whenever they went to visit the parents, he had to look at the other woman too. He said a YouTuber in Colombia told me you can get 4,000 plus pesos in Colombia for 1 year. Yeah, but what's the buying power of the peso? You may get that, but then a Coke may be 12,000 pesos. You see what I'm saying? DJ Rel P. The buying power over here is pretty good, man, if you know what you're doing. Once you get acclimated to the peso economy. Because let me show y'all something. Because I wanted to show y'all. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This beach resort I was staying in. What did I do with that? I wanted to show y'all the prices. The standard room of this place, and you're not gonna believe this. It's only like a 2.5 star, okay? But you're right on Alona Beach. The standard room is 2,000 pesos a night. You get on the every night it's a live band. They got a restaurant. I mean, the minute you just walk out of your room through the restaurant, you're on the beach. 2,000 pesos. We had the family room, so it was 3,800 pesos a night. But imagine that you can stay on the beach, right on the beach, a popular beach like that, for what? Less than, way less than $40 a night. That would be like $35 a night or something. Or we got to have an electrician to come over here. The original electrician who wired our guest house, it cost us 10,000 pesos. He did everything. He dug the trenches. He did it all. Plus, he put our lights up on my gate out there, all for 10,000 pesos. See, so the buying power of the dollar is big over here. Now, if you go to BGC or you buy one of these overpriced condominiums or something, or one of these expensive brand new cars or something, your money's not gonna go too far. But it's a lot of stuff here, man. Like the massage I had, I paid 500 because I'm in Panglao. I'm in the tourist spot. If I go to Cebu, Bacolod, Dumaguete, you can get a good one, man, for 300, 350 for 1 hour. So what is that? About $6. We got the best helper in here I've ever had. I pay her 6,000 pesos a month, which that's a damn good job for her because she has no education. It's a whole lot more than nothing, but this woman does everything. She can do it all. We started out at 4,000 just to see if she was gonna work out. Shit. When we was in Panglao, she was watching the house, man. She didn't live here, but every day she came over here, cleaned up, fed the dogs and everything like that, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I mean, what's the cost of living, Frank? I know it's 4,400 pesos for $1, but how much does a candy bar cost? Does a candy bar cost 4,400 pesos? Then it would be $1. You damn right, it's a good rate for her. And we gave her a Christmas bonus. Anytime she wants an advance, you know, I learned that from. I'm trying to think what uh is it? I forgot what corporation pays their employees really, really well, and that's where I learned that from. You always want to pay your employees really good. And eventually, before it's all said and done, I'm pretty sure I'll be paying her 10,000 a month. But it's gonna go up. But 6,000, she would never be able to earn that in San Carlos City, doing what she does for us. And she doesn't live here. That's a rate for a live-in maid, somebody who lives with you. But she uh, eats while she's here. So she eats breakfast, lunch, and merienda. Um, aircon, Wi-Fi. She watches cable in there. She got it good, man. Okay. Hey, what's up, Ruby? He said, yeah, you don't have to worry about the maid telling people what you have. Well, the young ones will. They always running off their mouth, bragging about who they're working for. And hell, sometimes they'll set you up. But an older lady like that, she's 60. She ain't trying to do that. She's thankful, man. 60? You can't get a job here at 60. Once you're 30 years old, dude, you're done over here. You're cooked. Okay, you know, that's age discrimination in America, but over here, that's just it. They'll have the job description would say 18 to 30. Okay, if you're 31, you're sorry, you're too old. You can't apply for the job. He says, Richard says, how did you able to stay in the Philippines and don't drink alcohol? Well, see, I've got over 26 years. In May, it'll be 27 years. So I had 21 years of sobriety before I ever came here, Richard. My days of drinking is over. That's been removed. The desire to drink has been removed. I mean, I might as well drink some damn Drano than drink a beer or a half pint or something. I mean, it's just I consider it poison to me. I'm not a crusader. I don't put people down who drink. All my friends drink over here. It's a tradition over here, really. They drink at parties and different things on the weekend when they get off work. I just don't drink. You know, that desire has been removed. It's a lot of other stuff I do over here though. He said people do not understand how foreign exchange works. What Cal is saying is right. How much is one Sprite in Colombia? I can tell you because I've been there. It is about 6,000, pesos. See, so the buying power is not that great. I don't know. I haven't been in America in so long. How much? Well, I ain't talking about uh 211 and uh Bull and Colt 45 and all that old rock gut stuff. But how much is a liter? They used to sell them in quarts. How much is a quart of beer in America? Can you still buy a quart? Or they sell them in 40 ounces? I'm not talking about that cheap stuff, 211, Buckhorn, because that stuff is still cheap. That's the miracle of alcohol. Like Richard's Wild Irish Rose, when I left America, it was still $1 a pint. And it was $1 a pint when I graduated in 1981 from high school. How's that possible? It's crazy. Night train and all that. The price never goes up. There's some cheap ass grapes they using. He said Columbus considered cheaper than the Philippines. Well, that could be true. You know, the Philippines is not, it's one of the most expensive places in Southeast Asia, even though it's not what I would consider expensive, you know, from an American standpoint. Some stuff it is, it depends on your taste. You can go to TGI Fridays and spend all that crazy amount of money, or you can go to Boracay and spend 950 pesos for a burger. But once you've been over here for a while, and depending on where you live, I can go right now to Mawani. I'm talking about they got some of the best ribs, baby back ribs that you're gonna want to take here in America for about $8, and you won't be able to finish them. The portion is that big. Or I could go over there and get a Bulalo steak for about $9. And you can't finish it by yourself. Tender. That I was in Panglao the other day, and Max from New Zealand, he took us out to dinner. I had the chicken curry Western time. It was some of the best chicken curry I've ever had. And it was only 580 pesos. And that's in Panglao. That's the damn tourist trap. And that was about $10. And of course, it came with the rice on the side, but it came in a skillet, man. It was a big portion. I was satisfied. The food just didn't taste good. It was satisfying. See, that's a strong dollar. You know, I'm not going to have a maid at home. Yeah, yeah. See, ours is different. See, John's girlfriend, when he met her, she was earning $80 a month. She was working, you know, for a Chinese family. He said, man, they really treated her bad. The rice, she even ate a different rice than they ate. Whatever we eat, I help her eat whatever we eat. She's good over here. And then sometimes I give her stuff to take home. Yeah, it's just that it's discrimination, you know, and they certainly don't hire disabled, handicapped. I mean, we take stuff for granted. Now they got a lot of things over here, like I said, that we don't have in America. He said for sellers drinking is normal. I was a drunk for many years. I started drinking when I was 12. I stopped a week before, no, 2 weeks before my 35th birthday. So I had a career of drinking. I was bad. It was so bad that I had to stop. It wasn't the alcohol, it was me. But it's just something I don't do anymore. And I can't be around people once they get drunk. And once they're drinking, it's okay in socializing. You don't really know they're drunk. But when they get drunk, I'm thankful that Maryland doesn't. Maryland may get drunk once a year. And then, she, wants to be frisky and all crazy. But most of the time she'll just lay down and go to sleep. But I don't be around people when they're drunk. That's why I don't go to bars and stuff I can't deal with it. I can't deal with if somebody's been drinking all up in my face either. He said this drinking is killing. I know it is. Imagine if you drinking and smoking and you got a woman. You might need 3,000 a month to make it over here. Because I could call myself an alcoholic. I didn't know if I was going to drink one beer or if I wasn't going to be home for a week when I started drinking. I didn't know. I promise you, man, I went to the store to get a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread and didn't come back for 2 weeks. That's how bad I was, man. I mean, I was really, really bad. Either I was going to quit or I was going to die, either one. Or my American wife was going to kill me. So when I stopped, she really didn't believe it, man. She could not believe it. It was like a miracle to her that I had stopped. You know, that's why they call you a miracle. Because, you know, that day, you know, most people who really love you and who really watch you struggle, they never think that they would ever see that day, that you would ever, you know, be normal again, I guess. But, you know, drinking had become normal for me. But yeah, I was bad, man. And I was thankful that my kids never saw me. My two oldest, they were two and one was getting ready to turn three. No, the oldest was three, and the next one was getting ready to turn three when I quit. So they're both 29 right now, but my oldest daughter will be 30 next month. But they from the same mother. They're Irish twins. They were born 10 months apart. Because I was drunk. I didn't give my wife the stitches chance to heal. I'm in there, man, because I'm crazy, man. You know, you get drunk and, you know, she's not going to say anything. He said, yeah, 18 to 30, wow. So now I see why people become OFWs. Yeah. I mean, it's no joke. You know, you're not going to get a job here like that. If you see somebody that's older, they either own their own business or they've been working the job, you know, since they were 18, since they got out of college. Especially the government workers, they get a good job like policeman or fireman or military. They just stay on the job. They don't quit. They're not like us, man. A lot of us, man, we're lazy. We're spoiled. We can go from job to job to job. The average American has had, what, 11 jobs in his life? 11. I looked it up. It's something like 13 relationships. You know, we get tired of something, man. We just throw it away because we know we can get another one. Well, you know, he said, like what, like togetherness, you know, like family. Jerome, because I said Filipinos have something that we don't have, and a lot of Filipinos, believe it or not, they're content, man. With us, we can't get enough, Jerome. You can have the best job, and you still want more. You know, when I was living down in Zamboanga in the squatters area during the pandemic, and even before the pandemic, when we would come visit, you'll get a knock on the door. And it might be one of the neighbors. Hey, can I wash clothes today to earn a few pesos, you know, to get rice or whatever it is? And you know, nobody's rich. Yeah, sure. You show up, Jerome, on a stranger on one of your street, somebody on your street, go knock on their door and, hey, man, let me do something over here, earn a few dollars. If they don't shoot you through the damn door, they probably gonna call the police on you. But you know, they do, you know, another thing they're able to do over here is they're able to uh, relax over here. We don't know how to relax. So we'll come over here and we think they're lazy. They're not lazy. They built my house in flip-flops, man. They didn't even have any modern equipment to build this house. No hard hats, no nothing. It was just a close-knit group of guys showed up every day for 3 months and built this house. They're not lazy. We think they're lazy. He said that's the downside of Philippine culture. Yeah, that, hey, what's up, Samuel? This guy's in great shape. He's like 70 or 71. You wouldn't know it. He looks younger than me, but he's got a routine he does. He lives in the province, way up in Luzon somewhere. Yeah, alcohol's big. Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, and I think this is the guy. And he wants to come on here and tell his side of the story. You can, man. You know, I don't want to get involved like I told you. You know that I don't really know you and I don't know your ex. She was on my live stream a couple of live streams ago. Everybody here thought it was a troll because it was so crazy. It came out of nowhere. It's like, hell, my black boyfriend of 4 years or something ran off with another woman after listening to you. And it was so crazy, I didn't pay any attention. And he came up again. But I think this is the guy right here. I think this is him. If I'm not mistaken, because I remember your comment. And you said, hey, Cal, if you're going to let her come on, y'all can come on together. As long as we're going to learn something from it. See, if you go back and watch the video, I spent very little time really talking about y'all situation. I use it as a teaching moment, you know, because honestly, these women are with us for our money anyway. So, it's not like they can get mad if we decide to move on. It's not like you really want me. Like, I mean, on down the line, you may get some feelings, but there's two sides to that story. Yeah, he said 211 is strong. Yeah, that's just terrible, man. Excuse me. He says, I agree, though it's not always the work. Every job I quit was due to hostile environment and safety concerns. Yeah, but I mean, you basically can get another job, especially with these temporary services. They just about took over the low level jobs. That was the first job I got my wife in America. She was earning like, I think it was like $11 or $12 an hour back in 2014 when I bought her over there. Hell, that was crazy money to her. Imagine, it was almost $100 a day. That was almost like at that time like 5,000 pesos a day. She couldn't believe it. That's what she was earning in a whole month over here. As a matter of fact, I don't think she ever earned over 5,000 pesos per month, and she had a college education. She had a computer science degree or something. She was smart in computers and word processing and Windows Word and all that. But yeah, she had never earned any money. I mean, she would go to work at 7, wouldn't get home till 11 every day. She never got a day off. And one day she tried to get up to go to work and she couldn't get up, man. She was exhausted. She collapsed. He said that San Miguel Light's my weakness. Well, they're always cold. But they drink them warm over here. They'll pour a beer over ice. I didn't do that. Yeah, I had to drink beer cold. Now anything else, yeah. Because I tell you, I might have started out with all that fancy stuff, Hennessy, but when I was at the end, I'm trying to think, not the Everclear, but bumpy face and just anything. If it was alcohol, because my budget was probably about $2 anyway for a half pint. If I did luck up on something good, it was a good day, man. Matt said I would not be over here if I was still drinking. If I could drink like a gentleman, I would drink now. I can't. That's just fact. Yeah, that's me, Matt. No way I'd be sitting here. It'd be another Sunday. It'd be moonshine shoulders on here. I'd be dead though. I'm talking about really. When I look back, man, when I stopped drinking, I was only 34. I was about to turn 35. I was in bad shape, man. Physically, mentally. I was an old man at 34 years old. This might as well say 35. Drinking all that rock gut. I wasn't getting my sleep, because when you smoking crack and drinking, you may stay up for the whole day. But nobody ever said anything to me. My mother was the only one that ever said anything to me. Everybody else was just, they were just gonna stand by and watch me die and have a few things to say about me at my funeral. But my mother, man, before she died, man, she stayed in my case, because she saw the potential in me. She's like, you're never gonna have nothing as long as you're using that white stuff. That's what she called it, white stuff. He said, Cal, one thing I noticed more this time here is kids uh, calling our gate looking for something to eat. Could you see that the state's poor kids would probably be shot? Yeah, yeah. And see, that's what somebody was telling me this. Um, who was it? The guy who came from Canada, who came here to meet me, Carlos. He said, I've seen a lot of stuff here in the Philippines. He said, but the one thing that really got to me, he said, I never saw uh, homeless kids on the street. That's what he said. He said, I see homeless people in Canada, adults, grown people. He said, but I never saw homeless children. And he said, it really touched him. He said, I gave away a lot of money. But I said, I was the same way when I first came over here. I gave away a lot of money to little kids. Yeah, he said, let's hear both sides of the story. That way we can know what both parties are up against. Yeah. And I invited them both on here, you know, because I don't do videos like that. I wasn't out looking for that. It just came to me. And he said, okay, Cal, she's going to come on. Let me come on and tell my side. Because I probably know his side. Because he's me. You come over here, you get that roving eye. You make the, commitment online, get over here, and all of a sudden, you start looking around, or you go back on the dating site when she's not looking. He said maybe it should be called 911, 911 instead of 211. Yeah, that damn 211 though. He said, oh, that's nothing wrong. He said, hey, Cal, I've seen on the dating site some women say they're self-employed. What does that mean? They just have to put something in there. They'll say self-employed. Just like if they ask, what religion are you? They'll put other. Some people put other, whatever that is. It's just to fill out that usually means unemployed, but they don't want to put that on there. No, but I did have my partner was named Moonshine Shoulders. I named him Moonshine Shoulders because he drank. He drank and smoked himself to death. Young Fresh Global Trouble. You must not have been watching my channel. It used to be my live streams every Friday. It would just be the Sunshine Shoulders and Moonshine Shoulders happy hour. That's what we had. He was Moonshine Shoulders, John was. And he was drunk just about every live stream. And sometimes he'll say, for every super chat, I'll take a drink, man. John be drunk, sloppy drunk. But you know that once you become a real alcoholic, it don't take much to get you drunk. And John was. I mean, I'm one. I can't diagnose him. I won't do that. But just watching him, I think, yeah, he might be alcoholic. It didn't take much for John to get drunk. Start slurring his speech, and he started talking crazy. I put him off the channel. He'll come back. Yeah, Jeffrey, man. I'm glad to be here. And because John was, that's why I liked him, because he wasn't fake, man. John was real. As long as you real, I don't care who you are. My mother taught us that a long time ago. It's easier to deal with people when you know where they're coming from. They're those people that smile in your face, and stab you in the back, John said some crazy stuff. Because we were talking about, I think at that time, was that George Floyd? That was George Floyd got killed, right? That was the last big thing over there before John died. And he said, he was drunk. And John said, because I was like, yeah, they always killing black men over there. And he said they wouldn't kill black men if they would comply, right? Oh man, John, he pissed me off when he said that. And I said, John, man, you done insulted half of my audience, right? And then he doubles down and says, what's the girl's name that got killed by the police in my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky? Breonna Taylor. On the same live stream, maybe 2 minutes later after he said they'll stop shooting black men if they would comply, and do what the police tell them to do. And about 2 minutes later, he said, yeah, Breonna Taylor, she shouldn't have been hanging around with drug dealers. That's why she dead. Oh, man. So I snapped. I put him off the channel for 2 weeks. But that's what he really thought. And I didn't care, but you're saying, you insulting half my audience, John. You can say that off camera, but you can't say it on camera. But we made up. We really didn't fall out. I just put him off the channel. His girlfriend called and begged me to let him back on because, John was the type. He was a loner like I was. He didn't really have no friends. I mean, he was basically pacing that little bitty apartment of his. It was only like a 10 by 12 apartment. Because John was cheap. Man, John was cheap, man. He had all that money, man. When John died, he had over $1 million. But John wouldn't have, but the only thing I ever saw him buy in the almost 2 years we was together, he bought a cheap pair of flip-flops when we went to college. Now, he went to college to buy a new wardrobe. He got in the store and saw them prices. Man, John was cheap. Everything you see John in, mostly I gave him. People saying to me, I couldn't wear it. So I said, hey, John, you can have it. And a lot of times, the stuff I gave him to give to his girlfriend's family, he would keep the shit himself. And he'll come back over and have the damn shirt on. I said, damn, John, I told you to give that to our father. Well, hell, it fit me. John was tight. But man, he was a good guy, man. I ain't gonna lie. But hey guys, I'm gonna have to get off here, man. I smell that food in there. It's smelling good. Thank y'all so much, man, for all your support. All your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up. All my fourth quarter members, man. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me. I'm gonna have a live stream. I got one for y'all. I already got all the notes here for in the morning. I appreciate everything. Y'all have a happy new year. I think I'm gonna come on New Year's Day, which will be New Year's Eve. So if Jonah and her ex want to come on, I'll have you on one side and Jonah on the other. And y'all can go at it, man, and get it on out. Maybe we can learn something from y'all situation. But men aren't listening. It's all entertainment, guys. Trust me. They're not listening. When they get off that plane and that woman's waiting at the airport, they tear up the Sunshine Shoulder script. And all hell breaks loose. Take care, y'all. See y'all next time.